welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
We're here to give you that shortcut, the quick take on the week's big developments.
Yeah, cutting through the noise.
Exactly. Today, we're looking at some really key moves in DeFi and crypto. Lots happening there.
Definitely. And we'll unpack what it actually means.
Okay, let's kick things off with PayPal and Coinbase. Big partnership news, right? Focused on PYUSD.
Yeah, PayPal stablecoin. The big thing is Coinbase is waiving transaction fees for it.
Zero fees.
Zero fees. And you can redeem PYUSD directly for US dollars on Coinbase now, too.
So they're putting it right up there with USDC.
Pretty much. Side by side, same zero fee structure on Coinbase. It's a clear signal.
What's the strategy here, you think? Beyond just competing.
Well, they're exploring new payment uses, things like DeFi applications, global payments. It's about making it easier for people already using PayPal or Coinbase to get into stablecoins.
Right, lowering the barrier to entry.
Exactly. And the stablecoin market is, well, it's huge. Over $238 billion. PYUSD is still smaller, around $872 million market cap, but this could really boost its adoption.
Okay, makes sense. More competition, easier access for users.
Yeah, potentially lower costs overall.
Yeah, switching gears slightly, Bitcoin. Wow.
Yeah.
$94,000.
Incredible, isn't it? And the whole crypto market cap is over $3 trillion now.
What's behind this surge? I saw mentions of the Fed and U.S.-China trade optimism.
Yeah, there seem to be factors. Less worry about aggressive Fed policy, maybe. A bit more confidence in riskier assets, generally. But the really eye-popping stat is Bitcoin's market cap hitting $1.86 trillion.
Which means?
It means Bitcoin actually flipped Google. It's now the 5th largest asset globally by market cap.
Wow. Okay, that's huge.
It is. It shows this growing mainstream acceptance, It's not just a niche thing anymore. Huge for market sentiment.
Definitely puts it in perspective. All right, let's talk Tesla. Still holding Bitcoin.
Yep, still holding. About 11,509 Bitcoin in Q1 2025. This is despite a pretty big drop in their quarterly profits, like 71%.
So the Bitcoin value must have fluctuated a bit on their books.
It did. It went down from, I think, $1.076 billion to around $951 million during Q1 because of the price dips.
But Bitcoin's bounced back since then.
Right. So the value of their holdings is back over $1 billion now. It really highlights the volatility aspect for companies holding crypto.
Yeah, absolutely. And I heard Elon Musk is stepping back a bit from DOGE, focusing more on Tesla.
That was the news, yeah. And investors seem to like that Tesla stock saw about a 9% jump.
Interesting. So holding Bitcoin signals long-term belief, but the market still reacts strongly to leadership focus.
Seems that way. It's a complex picture.
Okay, shifting to regulation. The SEC is having a crypto custody roundtable. What's the significance?
This is pretty important. Paul Atkins, an SEC chair, is speaking. The focus is squarely on custody, how crypto is held securely, and the legal issues around that.
Custody is a big deal, right?
Oh.
Especially for institutions.
It's fundamental. Security, insurance, regulation, it all ties into custody. This roundtable is part of the SEC's effort to figure out how existing rules apply or need to change for crypto.
So who's involved?
They're bringing in industry folks, legal experts. The idea is to discuss the challenges and maybe lay some groundwork for potential reforms.
So this could lead to clearer rules down the line.
That's the hope. Clearer rules could make institutions more comfortable, maybe increase security for everyone. It addresses a really critical piece of the puzzle.
Right, building trust in the ecosystem.
Exactly.
Last thing on the crypto front, PayPal offering yield on PYUSD.
Yeah, this is another interesting move for PYUSD. They're planning to offer a 3.7% annual return on PYUSD balances for U.S. users.
3.7%. How does that work?
It accrues daily, apparently, and gets paid out monthly. Starts sometime this summer.
So they're basically paying people to hold their stablecoin.
Pretty much. It's a direct incentive. Makes PYUSD more competitive against, Tether or others, not just for spending, but for holding.
Like a savings account, almost.
Sort of, yeah. It could change how people think about stablecoins, not just as transaction tools, but as assets that can generate yield. Adds another layer to the competition.
Okay, so wrapping this section up then, we've got PayPal pushing hard with PYUSD, Bitcoin hitting major milestones, Tesla staying the course, regulators talking custody, and now yield on stablecoins.
Yeah, a lot of movement. It all points towards deeper integration between crypto and traditional finance, more players getting serious.
So for you listening, think about this. As these worlds collide and merge more, what kind of unexpected opportunities or maybe even challenges do you see popping up?
It's definitely a space that's evolving fast, worth keeping a close eye on.